G'day guys, and welcome to How to Play the Club Pro Way here at Carbrook Golf Club.
We've got holes 13 to 15, and I guess if you thought index 1's out of the way, perfect, we can relax a little. Well, straight into index 2. This time, straight into the wind. We had the luxury of 12 downwind, made it a little easier. 13, slight dogleg to the right, 400 metres. Yeah, it's a long way today.
We got at least a 2-3 club wind.
Yeah.
So we're boarding on a 440 metre par 4 that we are getting zero run at, because we know obviously with the rain we've had that the fairway's wet. Mate, talk me through how you are going to play this hole for the viewers.
So I guess obviously being quite into the wind, we're going to have a long way in. So I'm actually looking a lot further left than what I normally would, purely because I need that angle to open up the visual of the green. And you can get really quite blocked out visually on that right side. So I'm almost aiming, I guess sometimes the pin on 14 is a really good aiming point, and even left of it is also fine. Oh,
solid strike.
Torch it up the right. Strike was good though. All right, much the same play for you, Danny, up that left side.
Yeah, look, as you mentioned, the red flag over on 14 is the target line. Just trying to complicate it. The hole's hard enough, right?
Yeah.
So
get one up there.
Take a swing. That's your target. Commit to the swing. If everything's equal, hopefully we'll be somewhere in a good spot.
Yeah,
just about there.
That is on the red flag. All right, DB, 150, front right pin. What are you thinking?
Mate, I'm thinking just a smooth 6 iron.
Yeah, obviously wind's still howling off your left shoulder, kind of into.
Yeah, and
middle of the green, and if it falls, it falls.
Correct. Yeah, those sort of the bushy trees behind the green.
Yep.
Just that edge, the right edge of those. So you're talking that's 20 feet to the left of the flag.
But again, if we can make 4 here and move to the next, we're over the moon.
Absolutely.
Oh, damn. That it was heavy. Layup.
All right, so you weren't wrong.
Yeah, awkward angles. Obviously, I guess you probably see here, I can't see much. The pin's actually over on this right side, and all I can see is these little trees on the corner. So I guess this is where I like to just kind of come out to where I can see the pin.
Casey's jumped off camera. Gus has taken a walk over 10, 12 metres to the left of the ball. I
like to then just kind of just put my arm up at kind of where the pin is, and then I guess I just use that and follow it across as I get back to my ball. And I see here that's kind of almost straight over this highest point of the tree.
Club?
I've got 130 metres. I'm just going 1 extra for the wind. I've got 9 on. And yeah, just trust that is actually the target. It's quite hard to hit to a blind spot. So it looks like I'm just trying to hit it out of bounds, but I promise you the pin's over there somewhere. It's a little right of where we're looking, but it shouldn't be too bad.
All right, so
left ourselves another awkward one here. Blind, I just blocked it a little on that second shot. It's obviously really hard blind, but the number was good. But yeah, awkward short-sided to the right. I've got my 56. I kind of do most of my chipping with this.
I think the advantage here is it's kind of downhill.
Yep.
But because of the little bit of fringe in the rough there, it's also going to slow the ball down just a smidge.
Yeah.
So you have a little bit of help.
I do if I miss hit one. I'm still thinking, I think the first metre of the green's actually slightly into me.
Yep.
And then it runs away. So I'm just thinking, landed on that, let it just release down a little bit to the left.
Perfect.
It's
Sounds
pretty
good.
normal chip shot rather than trying to manufacture something here. Oh, how's your chipping? So bad. All right, DB, pretty straightforward for you here. Kind of same amount of green as there is to fringe, I guess, for you.
Yeah, this is one I feel like it's just a 2-option thing. Okay, you're either going to putt it along the ground.
Yep.
If you're
struggling with your game a bit.
Yeah, it's the easiest option. You're only 25 feet or so from the flag here. Or you got the sand iron. You're using the sand iron to pitch it kind of up into the, this sort of space up here.
Yep.
Only thing I find when you're looking at that with the pitching the sand iron is because you're kind of hitting it with what will have a little bit of spin on, you kind of have to hit it a little bit harder up the hill there. So we're still going to hit the sand iron. We're going to play. I still don't think that's the right shot. Just try and land it up onto the...
I think it just takes out that unpredictability again.
See if we can chip one in.
It's a little heavy-handed, but not too bad. Gave it a run. All right, so I guess just checked up a little bit harder than I thought there on that chip shot. Mishit it a fraction. Just left me a little bit of work. Right to left, sliding down the hill the whole way. And
just to make it interesting, the rain's kicking up a smidge now as well.
And that putter, bail me out, please. Oh, it has two.
Solid. So solid. When you putt like that, you can afford to miss the green. All right.
Just a little tester down the hill.
Yeah, we like these ones. These are always fun.
Not really the leave you wanted with the chip shot up the hill, but
no.
Roll it in. Yeah, really solid there. Nice pass.
We will take that and run to the next. All right, we are on hole 14, par 3.
We are playing 156 downwind off the right today. It's kind of awkward number and an awkward green really. It kind of slopes off all sides, so really tough one to actually hit the green, pick the right shot.
For those that play here, for me personally, I would rarely hit this green. Yep. In all honesty, I rarely do hit it. So I feel like a lot of members that play feel like it's one of those, it's par 3. So it's a bit, it really actually
it's easy to make 4, is what I would say.
If it is par 4 you'll ever play.
Yes.
So what club have you got?
I've got a little 8 iron. I just don't think 9's going to get there. And in my mind, I'll be trying to hit it too hard if I pull 9. Yep. And I guess if I was to draw something like a 9 iron, which if I went hard would draw, it's just going to run off this left side. So I'm actually just going to try and hold a fade against the wind, straight at the middle of the green, and try and make 3. Oh, heavy. Go.
Jump a touch.
It's got 1 groove on it and it's snuck on the front. All right, DB, I guess what's your club and what's your thoughts?
I'm going 7 iron. I feel like it's just a smooth 7. Like this is a 150 carry club. Yep. Traditionally, with draw, the one thing I will say is because of the draw, it will start into wind, which will kill it, but then it will turn over, which adds it back again. You're just trying to get on the green.
Yeah,
like you really are just trying to get this on the green and give yourself an easy 2 putt and try and run off to the next hole. So kind of start it towards where your golf ball is.
Yep.
In an ideal world.
Yep, let the wind hit it.
Correct. That was always going to be the shot. I could feel it set up. I was aiming so far left.
That's okay. I guess that's probably a good one to show the members. That's a lot of players have that chip from the left, so
we're not to miss.
We'll see how you go.
And definitely, when you don't feel comfortable over the shot, back off it.
All right, DB, very short-sided, very steep kind of into the grain bank in front of you, almost still into the grain where you are and wet.
Very.
What do we got?
Mate, we have got 60 degree, and the only reason why we have 60 degree is it's too thick, just short of the green to land something along the ground and run it up.
Yep, everything's going to stop.
If you try and bump it into this bank here, it's either going to pop up and die, or it's going to be so little loft it's going to fly. So we're going to have to
just bank on 5-10 foot past the hole and give yourself a putt.
Just use the wind. Like at least that's kind of back into.
Yep. Yeah, just land it on there somewhere and have a putt. Just make sure we're putting on the next one is the biggest key for chipping. It's pretty good. Just missed your spot. And it's going to stay there.
He's being kind, guys. That wasn't pretty good. It's
very grabby, though.
Yeah. It wasn't a confident stroke.
All right, so I've got about 30 feet here. It's quite a tricky one. It does certainly, once it gets past the pin, runs away quite significantly. So just right to left, and it's all just about speed. Underhit it a little bit, scared of that behind the hole, but right to left.
Looks left to right.
Left to right. Well, I don't know.
So the first part here wants, but then from this way.
Grain, I think, should hold it left, but right lip and little firmer, obviously being uphill into the wind.
Yeah, look, it's quite a bit uphill to start with, then flattens out, and I'm going to take the fact that your putt from the other side was kind of downhill, so I'm going to sort of trust it's going to move a little bit right to left on this one.
Yep.
Just hope for a kind roll. pulled
Just went a little left,
it.
but
Straight off the face, I felt that, pulled it. Never got the putter in the right spot.
that's what the viewers want.
Standard par 4 on the par 3.
Yeah, I'm thinking just inside right. There's not too much movement to this.
Yeah, good 2-putt, mate.
All right, hole 15. It's probably our signature hole. It's definitely our members' favourite hole out here on the golf course. Beautiful lake. It is where the sharks live. Yes, we get asked that question
All the time.
every day. Yeah, obviously massive lake. Yeah, I guess it's really just about positioning off this tee block. You can take driver and get a bit more aggressive in the narrow area, but I just don't see the advantage.
For longer hitters.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, for a recreational player, there is quite a wide space up there. But as we would play, I see you got an iron in hand there.
Yep.
So
yeah, it's into the wind. I think I can just hit 4-iron comfortably. You know, it's going to never make the lake on the right.
Cool.
We'll test that theory.
That's all right. At the Sharky sign.
Safe.
All right, so I'm going to go 3-wood. Well, 4-wood technically.
Yep. Same idea though.
Yes, exactly the same idea. Like I shouldn't be able to hit this far enough to get into the lake, but I will use the little beware of the shark sign, the little yellow sign in the distance as my kind of initial target. You always kind of draw it off of that really.
Yeah. Hit the draw.
I got the little over the top draw, that'll be fine.
That's just up left rough. It's actually not a bad angle out of that left side, just maybe a bit harder to control. Jeez, that is.
All right, so mate, as you called it on the tee, took the appropriate club, nowhere near getting into the hazard, and snuck it on the edge of the fairway, ball above your feet. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I guess it's not the ideal angle from here. Ball above my feet, wind off the right. It's actually quite a difficult shot because it's kind of working towards that left hazard. So just kind of have to trust that it's going to draw. I'm going to start it almost out, nearly on the right edge of the bunker there, and let the wind do its thing, let the ground kind of make sure it draws, and let's not fight it. I've got 8-iron, 140, just that one extra club into the wind. It's come out pretty good.
Has come out very good. That is going to be a birdie opportunity.
We'll take that.
Nice.
All right, DB, so 113, and I guess, guys, you can see from this angle, obviously missing up the left, we're now shooting straight up the green here. Certainly a lot easier to go straight up than kind of shooting across from that right side of the fairway.
And we've got a narrow green, right? So, yes, we're at the right angle. Awkward number, 113, sits in between two clubs, into wind, so we're going to try and hit a little,
soft one.
Just a little soft, low 9-iron. Yeah.
Straight at it.
That's pretty much it.
In the middle.
Try not to overcomplicate the shot.
Pretty
bit too
good.
soft, I reckon.
Soft.
Oh no. Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Front edge, we'll take
Up
it.
there.
All right, let's finish off this 3-hole spell with a couple of birdies. So 20-ish feet, if I was to guess.
Yeah, I think just a gentle right to left most of the way here. I think it's not too much to it. Just started out a couple or two right. Just smashed it. Ooh, just a bit firm for that line, but
always nice to be aggressive. All right, so just a fraction closer.
Yep, up the hill.
Up the hill. Well, I'll be the first to admit on this one, I struggle with the read on this from this spot.
Yeah, it's awkward. It should want to go a little right.
Yeah, I think it wants to dive a little bit right there at the very end. And I know my brain's saying to me, hit it right lip, hit it on the right lip.
Trust it. Whatever that first read, trust it. Rain's coming down now. Quickly, DB.
Oh.
Quickly, DB.
Didn't hit it.
Not too bad. We'll give you the 4.
We'll give me the 4 because it's bucketing down.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in for another 3 holes here, holes 13 to 15 here at Carbrook Golf Club. Weather absolutely beautiful.
Never rains at Carbrook.
Never rains.
Never rains at Carbrook. Dry
it only pours. Yeah, we hope you're really enjoying the series. We hope you're learning something along the way. If you haven't already, subscribe to the Carbrook Golf Club YouTube channel, and we'll see you for the next 3 shortly.
Catch you next time, guys.
Yuck.
Oh, look at it. Look at the rain. Even pros run back to their golf buggies.